We're going to go to the next story. Now, revenue mobilization, government to tax foreign incomes of resident Ghanaians. Now, the finance minister is
also saying no new taxes.
Is said to, on the page 3 of the Daily Guide, says here, no new taxes. The finance minister is assuring that there will be no new taxes. The finance minister, Dr. Mohammed Amin Adam, has indicated that the government has no plans of introducing new taxes in its revenue mobilization efforts. However, we have a story on citinewsroom.com, and this one says, taxing foreign incomes of resident Ghanaians is a smart approach. Now, this is a tax analyst that's saying. Francis Timoboy, a renowned tax analyst, has endorsed government's initiative to tax the foreign incomes of resident Ghanaians as a strategic move to address the revenue shortfall resulting from the abandoned VAT on electricity. He described this as a smart move by the government. His comments are on the back of the government's move to plug the revenue gap created as a result of the abandoned VAT on electricity with a tax on foreign incomes of resident Ghanaians. So I find a bit of a disconnect because on one hand, no new taxes, but this is a new tax that hasn't yet been imposed or introduced, and they are considering it. First of all, is it even a good thing? Considering the fact that it's like, yes, I mean, the foreign inflows are quite a lot. It says here, a report disclosed that the examination of approximately 70,000 foreign accounts, totaling nearly $3 billion. This is the kind of money that Ghanaians are raking in, and it's largely going untaxed, at least in terms of direct taxes.
Okay. Thank you.
Quick one, so that we can...
I wouldn't spend much time. I'll give the time to my brother, because that's his field, to educate us. But you see, I think it is not a new tax, if you ask me.
Okay.
If, for instance, I used to work in the UK, and I acquired an asset there whilst living in the UK, and then for some reason I've had to relocate to Ghana. Any rent income from there, I'm supposed to pay some form of tax to the government here.
Okay.
But you see, we must also place on record that Ghana has signed what is called double taxation agreement with some of these countries. In fact, the last time I checked, we are in excess of about 50, 60 countries that we have signed these MOUs with. Okay. And so if that country is taxing that person beyond a certain threshold, I, as a country, cannot also tax that person again, even if the person is living in Ghana and earning some form of income, elsewhere. And then again, we have others who are getting remittances left, right, center. And so if government wants to go in there, like I said, it's not really new. It's not something novel. It's been around. Okay. Right. It's the only thing is that it wants to divert by way of not imposing the VAT on electricity, and then gain some form of revenue, because as it stands now, government is broke and it has to find every single available means to realizing any form of revenue to carry on with its activities. So it's a good call. However, they should hasten slowly because of the projection they have made. Remember when the e-levy was about to come into force, a lot of projections were done. So I want to urge government to hasten slowly with its projection so as not to go in there and be disappointed in the end. Okay. Yes.
All right. Jeffrey.
Yeah, it's an initiative that government considers, and now on the face of it, like he rightly said, the e-levy. You remember the hopes that were given. E-levy was supposed to fix every problem in the country, but what is an aspiration to look at taxing that gray area, but there are other gray areas in the country that has also been left off the hook. Like I keep saying, the night and dawn economy, rent, taxes, and you know. So if you want to leave which ones that are within your catch, and that which you have strong, you know, impact on, and go for this one, that's also good. This is also a fetch. But I must be honest with you that we should look at taxation from the two major phases. It's a double-edged phase. Compliance and collection is one bit of it. And every day you hear our tax authority speaking, it has always got to do with collection, and compliance. Yeah. They forget the other side, the judicious use of what is collected, and the transparency and accountability on what was collected. And so some of us have made it a point that from this year throughout, whilst helping and calling on people to contribute, we will nail it that government shouldn't pretend they do not know that it hoovers on them to cut expenditure, cut down corruption, use money wisely, you know, properly invest what is collected, and then also fight corruption. With this issue of this money, I mean, like you said, it's host country and home country collaboration. Ghana being the home country, and like he said, host countries who are actually giving us, sharing information with us. While sharing this information, it's important to note also that there are double taxation agreements that we need to actually abide by. That said, some of the people who relocate are relocating as a matter of maybe, for example, coming to handle serious matters. You know, I mean, if people have aged parents who, you know, and they were there working, it will actually truncate their work for a while. I mean, for some companies, they might be humane enough to tell you, we can decrease the number of hours, you can work virtually, so go to your country and work virtually. Instead of £1,000, maybe you make £300. While his income reduces, and he's coming to face the health conditions of the parents here, that is when you are trying to look at what he gets. So, you know, we should look at other situations. But Ghana Yenska, we are really broke. Honestly, we are broke. But across board.
Well, I mean, the figures look impressive. You know, you look at 70,000.
I would not hope dash my face with those figures. Really? Sometimes I don't know where they get the figures from.
I see.
I don't know who they speak with, but you can see that they've actually provided the number of account holders and then the individuals or companies that they are looking at. I mean, the GRA has provided that information. Respectfully, I agree. But in the case of e-levy, we were giving figures. We were giving, you know, the average people who were online doing business, virtual space, you know, on that, you know, digital space doing business. And Dr. Mpabing and myself, you know, then, you remember on Dialogue, we're telling you, look, you cannot just sit back and just postulate and assume all those people have nowhere to go when they think that the prices go up. We are telling you, you discourage some people, they'll go off, you know, and you know, when they evade, the laws will catch up with them. But when you give them the chances, they'll start avoiding. For all you know, these people, when they come back here, they do businesses, they do other businesses down here, and we are getting our cool cuts with their operation. They'll buy from here, they'll eat in restaurants. Maybe their relocation will mean they'll have to, when you leave there and come here, you'll be forced to do and expand some businesses down here. Let's look at all those so that we shouldn't make it such that somebody decides that, look, if I come down and I'm going to be doing all this and the load of taxes are coming on me, then I'll go and buy a treasury bill.
I have to pray.
All right, fantastic. Well,